That's a game?
Yeah.
Really? What's that about?
It's an owl boy.
It's like the idea is that like you're
know
owl
what
boy and you
Zach is
can't
about.
do anything, but then you pick
Right.
people up who can do shit.
Oh.
Like
And we're live!
That fucking
We
Lil
are
Pump
live.
song.
Yeah, we are live.
Go fuck yourself. How about that?
Hey, we're live!
I hate it too.
Yeah.
Didn't know you'd started it. Or would
Yeah,
you fucking
yeah,
play
Listen
that?
to new rappers.
Anyone who
Talk
says
about
Gucci 90 times in a song needs to just slit their own
I don't
throat.
like Yachty, I don't like Uzi Vert, and I don't like
Alright,
Pump.
shut the fuck up about your rap. We're live. No one
Oh, are
cares.
Yeah,
Are
it's
we?
literally like
He
you
said
guys
that
are
like
having a
5
little
times.
gay
Yeah.
fest. But like,
We've literally been like, we're live, we're live for like the past 2 minutes.
yeah.
Sorry.
Or however long we've been live.
Yeah, about 40 seconds.
Mom's
We're
ass.
live
Not that
from the Brojo for another episode of the Rosham Bros News.
If you haven't figured out already, we're
Yeah.
live.
Yes, we are
Sorry.
live.
Hey, there's a new live.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're doing it live!
Yeah.
I wish I wasn't alive.
Well, I'm Kian.
I guess that's
Burn.
Bill's generic depressing.
I'm Eli.
Boo, not fun.
Zach.
Got the time Morphew here.
It's Morphew time.
So it's just Morpheus.
Morphew.
It's Morphew time!
That's one of the slow burn.
Are you gonna introduce yourself or what?
He already said his generic
If
depressing.
you don't
line.
introduce yourself, you don't get to talk.
Oh. Oh.
At all. That means no shitty jokes.
Darn, this world needs me and my shitty jokes.
It really doesn't.
It really doesn't.
I could try and make up for it, but mine
no,
are even worse.
you are worse.
Yeah, that's what I just
We
said.
don't need your shitty jokes, Gilly.
You know what, Kian? You can suck a fat dick.
Oh, that's Gil. So,
Alright, and I'm John Dean.
so what have you guys all been up to lately?
Take a stab in the dark and tell me if you.
WWETQT.
I thought you were gonna say work. This isn't the Weedham Game Boys podcast anymore.
Well, you usually
I
say
mean,
that.
is he wrong?
Yeah. Am I wrong?
No.
No. Yeah, you were. No, like, you guys see anything cool or watched any good movies or whatever? I mean, I saw Coco. I saw the Gil
Yeah,
movie.
it was the
Didn't
Gil
know you were
story.
fucking 5.
It was a good movie. I just really hated the 20-minute fucking Frozen short in the beginning of it.
The
I heard about that made a lot of people mad.
It was 20 fucking minutes. The short, the Frozen
Yeah.
short beforehand was 20 fucking
How
minutes.
is that a short? That's like a
Yeah.
basic
That's
TV
like-
it's a
episode.
short
It's almost as long as
Episode
Kung
of
Fury.
Friends.
Yeah,
That's
a
an
bad
episode
show.
of something
Literally
that's
an
better
indie
than
movie.
Friends.
Yeah, that's an
Fuck
like.
that show.
It was just so fucking long, and like I wasn't into it, but all the kids that were in the theater and Katie were into it. They like were dancing. I'm like, I just need to fucking shoot myself.
Ditch
Should've
right
just
then.
walked
Be like,
out.
no, I'm fucking out.
I went to the bathroom hoping that it would be done,
Came
and I
back.
stayed there for like 5 minutes just playing Tetris on my phone. And I went back, and Olaf's still finding like fruitcakes and shit. I'm just like, god damn.
Yeah,
Not
as
for
soon as I saw snow, I would have been out of there.
Yeah.
Snow.
No, I was just,
I don't even know it's
like,
fucking.
Animated snow.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm fucking out.
Spoiler alert! Their Christmas tradition is that they would send their pictures of Olaf, so Olaf
So,
is their Christmas
It was a
tradition.
Christmas
Yeah,
Frozen
special.
short.
Yes.
Sounds even worse.
I would have literally slit both of my wrists and my fucking neck just to get out
That's
of
be
that
impressive.
Yeah. Which one would you start first
shit.
with?
Well, obviously the wrist.
Okay.
Limp-wristed trying to slit your own neck. It's like,
I'm shitting my sternum. It's not working the way I want it.
Gets
Cut
the
one
chin
wrist.
instead.
Throat,
pretty much.
other wrist.
But in general, I think Coco was a really good movie. I thought it was like we were talking about like how we thought Disney was very like being very boring since Frozen and things like that. And with Coco, the background itself had a story, and it was more alive than a lot of the other Pixar movies that I've seen in a while. So, I mean, I really liked Coco. I thought the story was good. There are some twists and turns that I called it, but like, I mean, it's a kids movie. Like if you're going into the kids movie wanting complexity as a 24-year-old male that has seen a lot of children's movies and know how tropes work, you're fucking dumb. Thinking that it's going to be like groundbreaking, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
New Toy Story.
Shut the fuck. Bro, in itself, I think I liked it a lot more than Toy Story. Like this to me, no, like
I don't like Toy
You
Story.
really like Toy Story that much?
No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I was gonna be
I'm
like,
just kidding.
I like The Incredibles more than I like Toy Story. So, like,
Incredibles 2, you ready?
I guess.
Yeah, because I can finally kill myself after I see it.
Yeah.
I've been waiting forever for that
Yeah.
shit.
Like, that's the only thing that's been keeping John alive. John was about to hang himself until they told him Finding
I'm
Dory
gonna
was going to
walk
happen.
out of the theater
With a noose.
and shoot myself. Like,
Aw.
Even if
the
it's
only-
good?
It's the only thing I'm waiting
Even if
for.
they announce there's like a third one.
If it's
Like,
good,
"No, I'm
then
done."
I'll suicide slightly happy.
If
it's
smile
bad-
on your face as
if
you're
it's-
like
if
dangling
it's
from the ceiling.
bad, if it's bad, I'll probably just shoot myself halfway through the movie, like still in the theater.
What would you do if they?
What if it gets better?
Well then, shit.
Just has a slow opening.
He has a slow.
What would you do if they leave it open for a third one?
What are you gonna do if they throw a 20-minute Frozen
You know
short
what's
in front
sad?
of you?
Well, then I'm definitely gonna shoot my fucking
You're
self.
gonna get 5 minutes
He's
into
not
that
even gonna
20
wait to get out the
Frozen
door. He's just gonna immediately be like,
Yeah, but like they're taking it out of the theaters, but they're putting it on TV, and it's going to be aired now from now on, like ABC and all
You
the
know
other
what's
Disney
actually
channels.
gonna
As
be
Christmas specials.
Probably pretty bad. Is that Zach's probably right? They're more than likely gonna leave Incredibles 2 open for a third.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then never
Maybe.
do
I
it.
mean, they kind of left the first one open for
Yeah,
a second.
you
Yeah.
do it in like 14 years or
Yeah.
some shit.
It was 12, but you know.
Say
Well, it
everyone
was
who
gonna
saw.
be. I thought it was gonna be 15 if it came out in 2019,
Was it going to be 15?
It's gonna be 15 if it came out.
and it's coming out next year instead.
So it's 14.
So it's 14
Okay.
years.
Jesus. That,
So you know, I'll
God.
be like fucking 40 when
Shit
Incredibles
came
3
out in
comes out.
2003.
Well, think about Kingdom
Holy
Hearts. How long have we
fuck.
been waiting for that?
That's
And it's
true.
Just like I was in middle school when 2 came out, and I'm just
Yeah,
like,
but at least we got like a bunch of games in between fucking 2 and whatever the fuck 3's gonna come out.
yeah, we got
I mean, we
Knights
got-
on the PSP, 3DS.
Nights.
Yeah, we had the Keyblade Knights on the PSP and the
Birth by
3DS.
Sleep.
Yeah,
That was on the PSP.
yeah. It was
That
okay.
was a good game. I
Was it?
like. Yeah, I like the battle system was broken as fuck.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
At
like,
least the story wasn't complete utter dog shit.
Nah.
I mean, there's.
No, I thought
Be
it was alright.
thankful. There are people still waiting for Half-Life 3.
I mean, yeah, I am.
Yeah, no, but like, what else have you guys been doing? Like I said, I saw Coco, and I guess I've been rewatching Ramno 1/2 because I finished Inuyasha again, and I just didn't never realized how like fucking weird Ramno was until like I actually sat down and watched it as an adult, and I'm just like, oh, this is awkward.
Yeah, it is a really weird TV show. Even like hearing the premise of the show alone, you just.
Do we just
you
want to
should know
explain
that
the
it's really
premise
weird.
real quick?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
like a guy turns into a girl when he gets water.
Cold
splash-
water.
Cold water.
And turns
splash
back
on
into a
him.
guy when
it's
hot water hits him.
splash.
So he can't get hit by rain or he turns into a girl. And when he jumps into a hot tub, he turns into a guy. While
Yeah.
his dad turns into a panda.
Yeah.
And then there's other characters who turn into other animals because they fell into a different light that turns them into other things.
Yeah.
what?
And he's also
it's
has
a weird premise.
he has multiple fiancées.
It's not a terrible show though.
Yeah,
And
But
all
it's-
the ideas are gone.
It's really old.
it's
That's
80s.
animated.
I was gonna say,
anime.
what kills me is
What
that
is it? Gold.
I love
I half-ass know what you're talking about because there's
Yeah.
a robot chicken sketch about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was really popular like when it came out because there wasn't that much like Japanese
And there was
animation
tits.
around. And yeah, there's tits.
Gotta love tits.
And it was just Rodma's tits, so it was a dude's tits in a girl's body, so it was just weird.
They were technically girls' tits, but they were like also a guy's tits.
So
So he had moobs then, technically?
no, they were like boobs.
Okay, but he's also a guy, so they're still technically moobs then.
No, not really. So
Alright.
have you watched anything interesting or anything like
South
that?
Park.
South Park?
Yeah.
Like, what's your favorite one
really,
so far?
what really kills me is that like I'm on season 6 or 7,
Jesus Christ.
and it's only like 2003.
Yeah.
So like most of the references I still have to look up. Like there's a thing where they like show a picture of Hillary Clinton. I'm like, huh, she looks really young to like what I'm used to.
Yeah, because that was like
Yeah, it's like a
before you were born.
Alright, it's not before I was born. Other than that, I've been playing.
I was in 3rd grade in 2003, Eli, and I still remember those South Park
I
episodes.
would have been in.
Yeah, you would be like,
ooh,
yeah, because I would have been in
I would've
4th
been
grade.
kindergarten, I think. Maybe 1st grade. I was young though. So my
2003.
birthday's in December.
2003.
Oh, fucking no, I would have been
What year were you born?
97. I would have been 5 unless
Okay.
it was the last week of 2003.
You never know.
Disproved.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
Actually, yeah, it would have been pretty close to the end of 2003 because their seasons are usually pretty late in the year.
much.
Like
They
they just had their season
whatever.
finale like last week.
Point is,
Yeah.
other than that, I've been playing
Or the other
Fortnite
day.
50v50. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Do they fix the bushes yet?
No, but there's
No.
it's teams of 50, so
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't matter. It's just a hellish
You can't
like,
really hide in the
storm
bushes.
of like just like 8 people find one guy, and then it's just like the end of Red Dead Redemption. You just like fucking blow him away with bullets.
When you just
before he can
try
do
to get
anything.
like one guy.
Well, no, like I was hiding in a fucking room, and then like 8 people stormed the room. I was just fucked. Nothing I can do. It's a fun time though.
Drop a
I'm
grenade.
gonna just skip over what Zach did.
What's
We've
Zach
already-
do?
I want to know what Zach did.
Well, did you do anything?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what
What are
did
you doing?
you do, Zach? Explain to us.
I've been rewatching
Smoke a
Shawshank
lot of crack?
Redemption
Why?
because it's on TV and I love that movie.
Okay. Why do you like that movie, Zach?
Because
How
he
do you
gets
watch
to watch a
regular
guy
TV?
crawl through shit.
Yeah, what person still has cable?
Yeah.
Hmm?
I
Fuck
mean,
outta here.
I
It's on
have
Dish.
but
Yeah, it's on Dish.
not because I wanted it.
Yeah, that'd be like, what person is like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn the cable channel on.
I'm still gonna watch it.
Cable channel?
Cable channel. What
I mean,
about you,
it's
Ty?
slightly convenient.
I've been watching Mindhunters on Netflix.
It's a good show.
It is a pretty
It's a
good
very
show.
interesting show.
Makes me think that I might be a sociopath.
You are.
I am, but
Like,
More of
there's
one
no
than he already
thought
is.
of,
Honestly, like any TV show that's about like psychopaths or sociopaths can like immediately make me think that
yeah,
I'm a sociopath or psychopath. Like watching To Make a Murderer, like
yeah.
made me think that I was a murderer.
Watching Criminal Minds.
Yeah, that makes me feel like
you know.
maybe I
probably-
could be an FBI agent. Maybe I could be a serial killer.
Who knows?
Serial killers.
Maybe I could be
I
both.
could be anything.
Serial killer is much more achievable.
It's
All
true.
you need is your kitchen knife, boys and girls.
Just ask Ted Cruz.
Zodiac killer. What about you, Gil?
A whole lot of nothing.
A lot of nothing. You
Yep.
weren't here last week, so what happened with that? Like, you were freezing in your house?
Yeah, heat died.
Did you get your heater fixed yet, or no?
Yeah, we got it fixed on Tuesday.
That's good.
I would fucking hope that they got their heater fixed. A week in freezing weather, like your entire house is fucked at that point.
Yeah, it was not fun.
What about you, John?
Other than like playing Cuphead and Dark Souls 2, I watched The Mist, which is another Netflix show.
That TV,
I was
the TV
thinking the
series and
movie,
not
yeah.
the movie.
I like
Yeah,
the movie.
TV series. The TV series is kind of interesting, but there's a lot of things that really ruin what it is. They make weird hints at like what the mist is at some points, and then they like don't really go into it, which obviously they like left the season finale wide fucking open for a season 2. So
Turns
It's-
out they don't get one.
yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's not something that I can really recommend. Like if you like Stephen King's The Mist, it's definitely something you could check out.
Watch the movie.
The movie's pretty good up until they show you what's in the mist. Then it's
And-
just kind of like,
I like the ending of The Mist, though. It's a really...
you really
oh, yeah.
lose the fear of whatever it is when you show what it is.
The bug people.
Yeah. But in this one, it's like, whatever the mist is, it's like, it plays off of people's, like, personal fears. Or, like,
See, that's really cool.
insecurities, which is a really cool idea. But there's, like, a scene in, I think it's, like, episode 4 or 5, where there's like, a teenage girl who is, like, one of the main characters in, like, one of the more main characters is stuck in the mist with like a little kid, and the thing that's like running around in the mist is just some big green Grim Reaper looking thing, and so that's kind of like confusing because it's not like a personal fear kind of thing.
Maybe they're scared of big green reapers.
But and then they never really explain like because this Grim Reaper thing, like the way that it kills the little girl, and like the way that it does that is it like opens its face and puts it on her face, and then like petrifies her body, and then she like turns into dust or something like that.
What?
And then it does the same thing to the teenage girl, but then doesn't kill her. And they never, like, go into exactly why that happens, but they kind of, like, talk about it in, like, by, like, kind of talking about what the mist might actually be. But then they completely contradict that, too, by, like, making it seem like it's a government-augmented thing.
I know, but that reminds me of the biblical story of Lot.
Yeah, it's really kind of a convoluted thing. Maybe season 2 will, like...
It got canceled.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm sorry.
Did it
So,
really?
Yeah, now I definitely can't recommend it. So, because they really do. They ask so many fucking questions, and
you
then
get
all they
no
do is like
answers.
No
dick
payoff.
tease you
Yeah.
with no payoff at all. Yeah, there's. All right, since I can't really recommend it, I'm gonna go ahead and spoil it. So
Yay.
if you don't want to hear that, skip ahead. But in the beginning scenes, the like teenage girl is raped, and it never really like tells you. It doesn't show you,
Okay.
and it doesn't really like. It doesn't tell you who does it until like later on in the season.
It's the dad, isn't it?
No,
No.
it's
It's
okay.
Kevin Spacey.
So she has
Yes.
she has a gay best friend
Who rapes her?
who rapes her.
What the fuck?
And this is one of the main issues that I have with the show, is that there are times where it sounds like they have some sort of agenda they're trying to pass up. Like it's really anti-religion also. Because like the whole time that the group that's stuck in the church is stuck there with a priest and a kid who's like super religious, and those two are really fucked up, and they like beat this old lady and shit like that.
The movie's kind of anti-religion too.
Well, I mean, the book is
It's
too,
all anti-religion.
the show does a really weird job of like pushing that, and there's a lot of like, it's never really like the way that the show kind of pushes this kid that rapes the girl the entire time is that he's really fucked up in the head, and the way that it kind of comes out is that they're either saying he's gay because he's also really fucked up in the head, or he's fucked up in the head because he's gay, and that really fucking rubs me the wrong way
Because you don't want to have gay to be a negative aspect?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
about his like character. And they never really like give you any sort of redemption for the fact that she's raped by her best friend too, because the person that is accused of the rape, like immediately after you find out that it wasn't him, well, I mean, I shouldn't say immediately, it's like the next episode, but like pretty much immediately after you find out that it definitely wasn't him, and that he has a chance to like survive now because like everybody thinks that if they kill him that the mist will go away, he dies. Like, you're like, oh my god, like immediately after they make you like him, he dies. So you get to like him for like 5 minutes and then he's dead. And the kid that rapes her survives, like at the end. And it's pretty disappointing because like as soon as like you start to see him shift into the weirdness, you're like, I want that kid to die, like really bad. Don't recommend watching it, especially now if there is not going to be any finish to what happened.
He's just gonna get away with rape, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck that show.
You can make a
Like-
fan fiction where he gets caught.
No, just fuck that
And
show.
then he gets raped.
In prison.
By Kevin Spacey.
Yep.
Yeah, so, like,
Kevin Spacey wouldn't be in prison. Get the fuck out of here.
we're gonna talk about that later. But we're going to be talking about a couple trailers beforehand. The first one is Alita Battle Angel, and
Fucking creepy eyes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Okay.
Man.
Hello.
I don't know.
That's just like a fighting technique. It's just like to try and throw people off as you're fighting her.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
like,
like,
alright, let's go.
get her
Holy
fucking
shit!
eye.
I
It's like,
kind
you know
of,
what? I'm not fighting her.
I
She's got
kind
giant
of
eyes.
think that this like
Terrifying.
weird way of animating the cyborg is,
to look like an anime character.
it's like, yeah, purposefully to make it look like it's fake, like it's
Right.
not a real person.
Right.
But it just throws you so off. Like, there's so many different ways you could have done that. Like, I mean, even like Ghost in the Shell. Like, they made her look like a real person. She just had like no anatomical body parts, like nudity wise.
Right.
Like, she had titties but no nipples, and she was constantly naked.
Truly, the world's greatest upset.
But like the thing about
Yeah,
this,
seeing Scarlett Johansson topless but also not topless was.
the thing about
Sad
this
day.
movie is just so jarring. Is that like it's kind of a love story too, and I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
there's a suspension of disbelief. Like,
See,
this shit just-
I don't bring this up in public very much because it makes me sound like a paranoid weirdo. But the idea that cyborgs and robots can love and remember and adapt and feel emotion, fuck no.
What?
Fuck no.
What?
I don't even know what you're doing now, Gil.
what are you doing?
I thought you didn't like needles.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, there's that too. But
Yeah, I'm doing drugs, everybody. So.
But like, yeah,
Not
no,
really,
like
don't get
you're
upset.
not down. You're not down for them to like fucking.
Yeah, no, and like, literally, like, science is like already doing this shit. Like,
That
literally, there's like a group of like scientists and manufacturers who are in the process of finishing and building robot sex dolls
Yeah.
that literally replace people.
That's
like
weird.
completely. They'll remember things about you. They like talk to you all the time.
Oh, that sounds
They're
like the worst girlfriend
built-
in the world.
They're built to like
Girls that talk you.
Girls that remember things.
they're literally like built to be completely personalized to you. And they'll remember
So you just
things
want
about
someone
you.
with
They'll remember your
short
habits, the things that you like, both sexually and like non-sexually. They're not just like sex dolls. They're literally like robot life partners that you can also dump your seed into.
There was
That sounds so awful.
So what you're saying is
there's a
robosexuals are now a
Futurama
thing.
episode about that.
It's fucking creepy. And there's like a fucking robot that has like citizenship and shit. Like she's that fucking
in
human-like.
Australia.
Yeah. And
Saudi Arabia, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was
Maybe.
Arabia as well.
yeah, I
East,
think it
yeah.
might be. It doesn't really matter.
Fucking,
The fact that
My
it's got
bad.
citizenship fucking anywhere.
I was gonna say
The
you,
fact that there's a fucking robot out there that's literally just like, and she was on fucking like Jimmy Fallon, and she was like, "I want to create life."
yeah, as
like,
soon as,
she
soon as the
literally-
robot says that, Australia's gonna censor it. They're not letting that in their country.
Yeah, she was literally like, "I want to like, I don't remember if it was like I want to have a baby or I want to like create life," and I'm like, "You guys realize this is like." Every science fiction end of the world ever. Like, we are literally like on the verge of Skynetting the fuck out of ourselves, but with sex robots.
Yeah, I was gonna say the sex robots.
There was a company that made an AI that was so fucking human-like, they had to shut it down because it
Yeah.
scared the people who made it.
Yeah. And the guy who made the citizenship robot in Saudi Arabia, he's creepier than the fucking robot. The dude doesn't have eyebrows. It looks like he is constantly
I love
surprised.
that too. It's like, that fucker doesn't have eyebrows. This robot's gonna come to
He
life.
He's a
literally,
robot too.
he literally looks like he is 100% surprised all the time.
So how does this go with that title, Alita H?
Oh, I'm
Okay.
just saying.
Yeah,
Like, I
I'm just
don't.
kidding.
I don't like it.
The whole
It's-
romance
it's-
aspect
it's-
weirds them out.
It's stupid that like robots being humans makes me feel this uncomfortable, but robots being humans makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Because you want them to not have that same like.
Because if there's an end of the world scenario that I don't want to happen, it's robots.
He takes
Why
zombies
is
over
that?
robots.
Yeah,
any
why
day.
is
Because
that your end of the
zombies are easy to fucking get rid of.
Are they though?
No, they're not like. It's not like, oh yeah, we could be done with that in a week. But like,
You just burn them all.
Yeah, no matter what
You
end of the
move
world
to-
scenario, I'm killing myself
move
because
to-
I'm not living through any of this
move
shit.
to Antarctica. First of all, no zombies can get there, and there's no people there to be zombies. Secondly,
Eskimo zombies.
it's so fucking cold.
The
cold
They're
air
gonna
becomes
all
zombies.
freeze.
Yeah.
What if someone's on the boat with you that has the zombie virus on accident?
Kick 'em
Like,
out.
All right, blow their fucking head off as soon as they die.
I know, but what if it's like an airborne pathogen kind of zombie? Then you're
Well,
kind of
then
just SOL.
everybody. It's the Walking Dead scenario. Everybody's infected anyways. You just have to die to get fucking zombied.
See, that's the thing. Like, any apocalypse thing, like everyone's like, "Would you want to live through the apocalypse?" No, I'll fucking shoot myself if I have to live through that.
I'm diabetic, so the max that I'm probably gonna make it is like 3 months, and then I'm gonna like run out of insulin and die slow.
Unless
Really-
it's the
like,
unless
really-
it's World War Z, then you'll just live to the end.
Like really slow, painful death, which sounds awful, but I probably wouldn't kill myself because it's like I get the chance to shoot people.
And it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Which sounds kind of psychopathic, but when I say that, like, the only reason I don't shoot people already is because it's against the law, I mean, that sounds like a good enough reason.
You know, the
not
only
be
other
considered a
dinosaur
psychopath.
scenario, the only other apocalypse scenario quote I lived through is dinosaurs, like in Jurassic World 2, Fallen Kingdom.
What the hell's wrong with you? Why would you
What a
wouldn't,
segue.
you'd want to
What a
live.
segue.
That actually probably would be...
Yeah, that'd be the fucking dopest.
That'd be, like, the dopest apocalypse scenario
Yeah,
ever.
Yeah.
Dino
Dinosaurs?
apocalypse would be dope
No.
as shit.
No, nobody...
I've played Ark for far too many hours to want that.
I mean,
I was gonna say you're okay with
nobody...
killing yourself through everything else, but the time a dinosaur, a freaking T-Rex comes out at you, you're like, yes,
Yeah,
and
but
then it will eat you.
Nobody has any scientific proof that it's impossible to train a dinosaur.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're basically chickens.
they're basically, yeah, big...
You ever tried to train a chicken?
Nope.
Have you ever tried to train a tiger?
I can't legally answer that question.
You hypnotized a chicken once, didn't you?
No, professional cockfighting. That's a joke. I don't actually fucking...
He just fights with his actual cock.
Yeah, I like to tie razor blades to it and swing it at people.
So with this trailer in mind, it's another Jurassic Park movie. Bryce Dallas Howard doesn't look like she's running in heels, so
That'll be fine then.
yeah, that'd be great.
At least it'll make some sense.
I mean, there's
As
dinosaurs.
much as sense as dinosaurs make.
They also have these fucking, like, window all-around vehicles that somehow
Yeah.
function.
The bubbles?
That's the real focus
That
of
still
this
works
world.
after like the kingdom fell apart.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's my thing.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the real focus.
Jeff
of this
Goldblum.
universe.
I'm not trying to explain, like, the Jurassic World lore.
They
Jeff
have so
Goldblum
much
is in it.
technology, but they can't kill these fucking
Yeah, Jeff
things.
Goldblum is in it. So there's that.
You'd think that, like, a solid RPG shot would be, like,
Yeah.
good enough to at least
Take
knock,
down.
like, a T-Rex down.
Well, they tried. It didn't work.
Did they even hit it, though?
They did.
Genetically engineered.
It like went, "Rrrr," and then it like kind of wobbled, and then it went back to attacking. They hit it with a fucking helicopter.
I mean, I only saw Jurassic World once.
I was like, no, I mean in
And the
general,
only thing
like,
I really remember is all the people getting snatched up by pterodactyls.
and the guy with the
Fucking
margaritas,
awesome.
like,
Yeah.
oh my god. So then we go into the last trailer, and then Gil will talk
That
about
sounds
Ninja
ridiculous.
Batman after this. But we go to Enter Spider-Man, Enter the Spider-Verse. And I don't know about you guys, but this actually makes me super excited. I do.
know.
Miles Morales' story is being
Yeah,
told.
I like Miles Spider-Man stories, but like this animation just really kind of bothers me.
You love the background.
I like the backgrounds. I think they look good. They look vibrant. The colors contrast really, really well, honestly. But this is like the character models are like Pixar animated.
Yeah.
And I don't think that this Pixar animation belongs anywhere in the Marvel Universe. Because that scares me that it's just going to be like another Disney princess storyline. And that's definitely not what I want to see out of any Marvel character at
Right.
all.
Right.
Like, save your fucking Disney shit for your Disney
But this is
fucking
a Sony
movies.
picture, so it's not like Disney has no part
Yeah,
in this.
I know, but when I look at this animation, that's where I see that and feel that they're going to go.
Okay, I don't feel that at all.
Because that's what they want you to feel by looking at this animation.
See, I don't have that feeling at all. I know I think Gil and I are probably in the same boat, that I think it looks really good and it looks super interesting.
I'll watch it, and
if
I'm wrong, then I'll be
I
like...
don't know why, but the movement just
wrong.
reminds
Yeah.
you of claymation. for
I like
whatever reason.
Spider-Man. I like Miles Morales' design in the thing, too. I like how his spider suit isn't a legit spider suit yet.
It's a hoodie.
It's a hoodie.
Yeah, because we've
Just-
never seen that before.
It's just like Homecoming.
And Luke Cage.
And Tobey Maguire.
And Tobey Maguire.
Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Like we've never seen that before.
Any superhero that hasn't got their suit yet.
Just Put on a hoodie and you're good.
Yeah. So
Put
and then,
some
we,
boards
and
there.
then
It's
like
one of the Batmans.
now Gil saw we were talking about this last week already, and Gil never got a chance to talk about it. Batman Ninja.
It looks good. I like it.
Still
It's
kind of
pretty.
upset that they didn't just go with Bat Ninja.
Or
Yeah.
Ninja Bat.
Damn right.
Also, my one complaint, the whole tagline is ninja, but it looks more like he's in samurai gear.
Yeah, we had this conversation too.
Yeah, I stated that I wasn't really like a huge fan of 3D animation, but this at the very least in the trailer looks kind of smooth.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of 3D animation. Like,
Yeah.
They got the Joker's crazy down though.
we don't
It's
know
not-
yet. We haven't seen
We
the
don't know.
movie.
Yeah, he just looks like a crazy person. Director
Exactly.
Rain Johnson hints there's going to be a new colored lightsaber appearing in his upcoming Last Jedi.
Are they gonna Mace
Who
Windu
the
it?
fuck cares?
I can't.
Why would you even bring that up now?
Because toy
Me?
sales.
There's
Are you
no,
talking
not
about
toy
you,
sales?
not
The
you, not
director
you. I'm
guy
talking
was
about
like-
the director.
yeah.
No.
Toy
not
sales.
you.
I was like,
Yeah. Okay. What's more surprising? Him being like, guess what, guys? There's gonna be a new lightsaber color in this movie. Oh, okay, cool. Or you going to the movie, seeing the new lightsaber color in action, and then seeing it on the shelf at the toy store, and being like, I'm gonna get that because it was cool.
I don't
Probably
really
because
care.
he's
bought
Like,
the
not
purple
that-
one when I was a
Probably
kid.
because he gave
What
it to
was
one of the
it-
most
what other
worthless
color is
characters
it?
that's gonna die
Yellow?
5 minutes in.
Well, you can. There's different. They could
mean,
probably make like it could be a gray
Yellow
lightsaber.
color.
That's
It
what I'm
should be
calling.
pink.
I'm
It's technically
fuck-
had yellow, so
I am fucking calling this. It's gonna be a gray lightsaber.
there
Watch
an
it be
orange one?
yellow
Yeah.
because they haven't had one in the movies yet,
Is there an orange
as far as
know-
I know.
There hasn't
No.
been one in the movies. There hasn't.
They've had blue.
I think
red,
there's been one in
purple,
Clone Wars.
green.
Yeah.
That's it.
What
Yeah,
about
they had a
orange?
yellow. They had a yellow in Clone Wars.
The
Oh,
the
my God.
animated show.
Yeah, the
the
TV
dark
show.
saber too.
They've also had white.
The black
I'd rather
one.
have
Yeah.
orange.
Yeah.
The thing the Mandalorian guy used.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it. It's gonna be some kind of like. It
It's
doesn't
yellow or
matter.
orange.
Fuchsia.
Yeah, it's gonna be like an off shade of Windu's fucking purple. I
Oscar-
love how the black. I still can't get over the fact that they gave the black
Metallic
dude
black?
the only purple.
He
one.
wanted it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
John, I know you're worried that Last Jedi is just gonna be a remake of Empire.
Yeah, obviously.
Oscar Isaac, the guy who plays Poe Dameron, says it's its own thing.
Hey.
Good for him.
Yeah, because I'm gonna buy his fucking opinion.
His opinion was probably already bought.
Every single person that saw
Probably paid him
Force
for that.
Awakens, like 98% of the people that saw Force Awakens when it first came out were like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest Star Wars movie ever
Because it's the first Star Wars movie.
in a
Yeah,
long time."
I didn't do
And
that.
it's
I just
like-
thought it was
Yeah,
okay.
I thought it was okay.
I was like, it's a New Hope.
I knew it was the New Hope right away after I saw like the Star
Yeah,
Destroyer, the
that was
Star
like
Killer. I'm like,
nobody else. They were
that's-
literally like,
that's
thought
like
that the
that's
second they were in
just
the
a
desert.
giant,
That's
way
a
bigger
really-
giant Death Star that uses the
Yeah.
sun to kill.
it's
We've
literally
done
like,
this 3 times already.
yeah.
Like
It's-
they destroyed Alderaan again. Like when they showed that, they're like,
There's no way that anyone who's in the movie or in. There's no way that anyone who's going to make money on this movie is going to tell people that, yeah, it's kind of like Empire. Because then everybody's going to be like, oh shit, well, I'm not going to go see it in theaters. 'cause
I
fuck
actually
that.
wonder how many people that would draw in.
I
They'd be
just,
like, oh yeah, I could watch that.
I
It's
just
just
go
like
home and
Empire.
watch
I liked
Empire.
Empire.
okay, so
I've always wanted to see Empire extended
Eli,
into
I know
3.5
how you like
hours.
KOTOR, man.
What?
I know how you love KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. Rain Johnson recently came out and said his new trilogy isn't going to be about Knights of the Old Republic.
It isn't.
Isn't.
Obviously.
I mean,
Because nobody's making fucking story-related Star Wars shit anymore.
Nope.
Unless they're getting canceled by E
it
EA.
doesn't have to be
No.
about the KOTOR games to be about revenue.
Right.
Yeah, true.
It's technically
Daisy
true.
Ridley clarifies her comment, though, about her Star Wars future, saying she is down for now after Episode 9, but could return eventually. So, John, you were happy about her not returning.
Yeah,
She could
because I
come
wanted
back.
to see them do something completely
She
different.
could come back.
I want to see them do something completely new. I don't want to see anybody return.
Yeah, and
A
the
cameo, like,
Sure.
like
One-off?
some sort of no, not
A
even like
hologram.
an
well, I mean, like just like a picture.
yeah, even like an appearance would piss me off. Like if it's just like a call out or something,
You
it'd be
saying
pretty
like
alright.
references?
Yeah,
Like Easter
like
eggs?
just like one or two.
So like
Maybe that's it.
so like the Darth Vader thing with his helmet. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Somebody's
he's not gonna
robotic
show up.
hand.
So Ray's butt is just gonna be there, and you're like, that's a good cameo. I like it.
Ray's butt.
Ray's had a bun.
Oh.
Yeah,
Mullet.
Ray's bun.
It's a mullet now, though.
I thought
Yeah,
you
but-
said
but-
yeah,
but in
she
the fir-
totally has a mullet.
She has a mullet now, but in the first one she had a bun.
Star Wars
Yeah.
just hit its 80,
I thought you said
80s stage.
But I was like,
Obi-Wan, the
Alright.
Lucasfilm Obi-Wan
I'm gonna
movie is
cut it off.
reportedly gearing up to begin production in early 2019, keeping it in course for its 2020 theatrical release.
Wait, what?
All I want to know is that they're going to do the story of Sand Jesus in the Obi-Wan Kenobi movie. Remember we had that conversation about what
High
And
ground.
Jesus, just regular Jesus.
yeah, technically.
Space Jesus.
Space Jesus with the Force.
So just Jesus.
So,
I still love every
Ultimate
time I
Jesus.
see this picture of Ewan McGregor, and then it's always like, sure, if you're not ashamed to have a picture of Jesus on your
Yeah.
timeline.
as Disney and Fox close
Shit,
on
fucking
agreeing to buy out Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige is eager to get his hands on the X-Men and Fantastic Four characters.
I don't like this.
Fucking Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I heard that. Disney's trying
As
to get
much
the
as
rights.
I like the possibility of them doing, like, the Fantastic Four movie,
Yeah, I'd have
and
a
doing
Fantastic
it right,
Four movie, but I don't want an X-Men movie from them.
or, like, even an X-Men movie and getting it pretty decent. I don't want Disney to fucking own everything.
Yeah, but Disney, I think Marvel should be
Disney's
owned by, like...
getting
I know,
pretty
but, like,
close
you gotta
to
tell me,
owning
you
a
can't
lot
tell
of
me that, like,
fucking
Marvel
shit.
should be owned by, like, a conglomerate, like... For a coherent story, it is hard for some things not to be... Like, it was, you know...
I highly doubt we would have gotten Logan if it
Right.
wasn't
Yeah.
No, we
done
wouldn't
by
have gotten
we
Logan.
definitely would have gotten one.
Nah,
Definitely
so-
would have gotten one.
Logan was amazing.
I don't like Deadpool as much as everyone else.
Still, we wouldn't have gotten it if it was with Disney.
I don't like.
Which was fine.
Unless it would have been
I
like
would've been
PG-13
Dude,
kid
I would
movie.
have been totally fine without having a Deadpool movie.
You're the only
No,
one.
I'm pretty glad that Deadpool got done. I think
That,
it's a little
that opened
overrated.
the way for Logan.
I think it's a little overrated, but I think Deadpool also kind of set the tone for
Yeah.
giving us a rated R Wolverine movie.
Here's the thing that makes me mad, though. During Brazil's Comic-Con experience, Kevin Feige admitted that Loki is allying with Thanos in Avengers Infinity War.
Shock
No
and
shit.
awe.
Ah, it just pisses me off. I just want him dead. I just need him to die.
I mean, they'll never kill him, but I just want them to like keep him on one side or the other.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Which I know it's like his
You're
whole
asking
char-
for the moon
his-
for right now.
Well, I mean, his whole character is supposed to be that he's tricking people, and he's always sort of in it for himself. But I mean, it's just
Warner Brothers and Zack Snyder's
it
2015
gets annoying because I don't care.
film Justice League becomes the highest-grossing DC comic movie ever to release in China.
Woo.
Go China.
That doesn't make it any better of a
Yeah.
movie.
That's insane.
No.
Shazam! Have you seen it yet?
No,
It's okay.
because I know it's gonna be shit.
It's
I don't wanna
mediocre.
pay
It's okay.
a bunch of
It's-
money to go see
okay.
it.
It's mediocre.
It's
You
mad
all
dope.
saw it, and
Yeah.
some of you think it's okay.
I think it's mediocre.
It's okay.
It's
mad
mediocre.
You can show your
If you
friends.
take
See,
Superman
actually,
out of that
fun-
movie,
fun
that's a
fact,
good
If
movie.
you guys think it's mediocre,
50 out
I'm
of
going
100.
to think it's worth burning a theater down.
I said mad dope.
And then you would try, and then we would have to
Actually,
stop
speaking
you.
of which, you did rate Thor higher than you did Justice League. I literally
Really?
was
Okay.
just listening to the audio again for best of 2017 purposes.
Probably just didn't want to have like riots outside of my house.
That one fan that'll Braden just drives to your house in Lynn Grove and is like,
I don't
"Fuck
live in
you,
Lynn Grove."
Eli." Yeah.
Jokes on him.
Drives to Lynn Grove. Where the fuck's Eli's house?
Goes to your mom's house instead.
Fucking out in the country.
He could do it. He would do it. I could picture it. But like, so Zachary Levi, the guy who's gonna play Shazam, so it's gonna be the Guardians of the Galaxy of the DC Extended Universe.
How about we don't say
That means
that?
it'll be terrible.
Let's not compare your movies to Marvel's movies.
Yeah, because that already sets DC up for failure.
Ben Affleck
Which
is
they're doing
yeah,
perfectly fine.
because Ben
themselves.
Affleck is expected to portray Batman one more time in Flashpoint, opposite Ezra Miller, but is being recast in the solo Batman film.
Alright.
So Ben,
Did they say why at all?
Because Ben Affleck doesn't want to be a part of this shit anymore.
Well, he
Christian
said
Bale's
he
coming
said he
back.
wanted to be in Flashpoint.
no, he's
He is-
obligated. He's contractually obligated to do
Oh.
one more movie in the DC universe.
But they don't want him in Flashpoint?
They want
They
it's-
want him in
Flashpoint's
Flashpoint.
going to be the last movie,
Oh, okay.
and then the Flashpoint's supposed to come out before the Batman movie.
So he's not going to be in the Batman movie.
No.
but he's gonna be in the Flashpoint.
Yes.
Will we ever get a Batman Beyond movie?
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No. Are You Afraid of the Dark gets a 2019 Halloween
No,
release
I
date.
am not.
I'm not afraid
Venom
of the
doesn't
dark
kick
so
off.
much as
Venom
what's
doesn't
in
kick
the
off
dark.
Sony's villainverse until 2018, but promotional banners for the movie may hint of the logo and Eddie Brock's suit, and they're hinting Agent Venom.
Wait.
But what I want to
thought
know...
this was like getting on that.
I
dark
fucking
universe
love
thing.
Agent
Yeah, I was going to say, what about that dark universe?
That's
That's-
probably dead
Universal Monsters,
Yeah,
and that
I think
died.
that is dead. Yeah.
Yeah, that died.
with the Mummy. Like they
Yeah.
just decided to cancel all the
Yeah.
other movies.
They had one movie,
yeah.
and they already killed that franchise.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't
I thought the
I thought,
the fish sex one was in it.
No.
No.
I thought you knew what I was talking about.
No, shit.
well, there's only one movie about fucking a fish dude coming out, so
Yeah.
Which I heard got rave reviews.
I'm not gonna.
I mean
watch
it's a Guillermo del Toro movie. If anything, it could easily surprise people.
Well, I mean, it has fish sex. That's pretty
We
surprising.
don't know if she fucks the fish yet.
Catch you by
Pretty
surprise.
sure she does
Yeah,
the
exactly.
two with
That's
the
the surprise.
Turns out she was the fish the whole time. She's just masturbating.
Oh.
God.
That would,
Oh my
that would make
God.
I
things
like
very
more
fishy.
than tuna salad.
Okay, well,
Maybe a little
let's
more
go
of a
into it.
sandwich.
Venom, the Venom storyline they're gonna do is actually Lethal Protector, the miniseries where he's in San Francisco.
That's fine.
I'm pretty stoked for that. I'm not stoked for the Agent Venom part if they do that because I just think it's fucking dumb.
I don't know.
You're fucking dumb.
I think it's dumb.
I think it'll be interesting
Baller. If
to.
they didn't use Flash Thompson, would you be okay with it?
Yes.
They're gonna use 5 times.
They
No, they're
probably
using
are.
Eddie Brock, but he's
Agent
gonna have the
Venom?
Agent Venom moniker,
Huh.
which makes me weird.
That is a
Which
little weird,
makes
but it
you
could work.
weird?
It makes me feel weird.
See, I'm interested to see what they'll do with it, but there's definitely changes that I hope they'll make.
Right. They're producing a Little Mermaid live action film in Disney.
Of course.
I don't care. That's a surprise.
I haven't even seen the animated one yet.
Yeah,
so-
Neither have I.
The Crow's
I know all
original
the songs though.
The Crow's
Not that
original
easy.
director, Alex Proyas, speaks out against Sony's upcoming remake set to star Justice League Jason Momoa. So I'm going to explain to you why I think this is hypocritical as shit. He says they shouldn't make a remake because that's basically shitting on Brandon Lee's legacy. When I'm going to make a point of how many direct-to-DVD movies sequels to The Crow they made that shits on the Brandon Lee legacy because of
Yeah.
that making them shit sequels. So his argument is null and void about like why they shouldn't make it and how it's a bad movie and bad taste. Personally, again, this is just me, and I think
Yeah.
that
I don't know. I think, especially when you have like a death in the production of the movie, and yet you still release the movie, that should probably be the final copy of the movie. Like you should just leave it at that. That's what it should be.
Fast and
Turns
Furious.
out they end up killing.
Yeah, but he
him on
didn't
set,
die
too.
during the movie. Like,
He
he
died
died
after.
after the movie.
Fast and
And
Furious
then they
should just
tried
die
to-
in general.
And then
Yeah,
they tried to put him
exactly.
in the next movie with CGI and his
You
brothers.
can't outrun a ghost.
But apparently they can catch a missile.
No, that was a torpedo.
yeah, it was a torpedo.
I'm
Yeah,
about it.
but,
And just because The Rock wrestled it down and
Director
bottom,
Quentin Tarantino newly announced the Star Trek movie. He's working with J.J. Abrams to direct a Star Trek movie, and he wants it to be rated R.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Here's the thing about
Yes.
Quentin Tarantino. So the only reason, like, I don't want to have Star Trek because all he's gonna do is just drop N-bombs for being a white dude, and
Yeah.
that's pretty much a Quentin Tarantino movie.
I like Quentin
No, it's just
Tarantino
like
movies.
set them to stun and blows their brain all over the world.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
Oh, dang it.
I
You seen
like
The Hateful
Quentin
Eight?
Tarantino a lot.
Oh my
I
God.
like his movies. I think he's
Oh.
a great director.
Such a great.
I think
yeah,
the only reason he's pushing for an R rating is so that he can put a bunch of violence in it.
Yeah, and, a
And
bunch of swearing. and a
The
bunch
the
of-
appeal of Star Trek over most science fiction is that
it's a peaceful.
it's
More philosophical?
less.
It's more political.
No, it's not sci.
Philosophical.
Yeah, philosophical like at all.
Like it's not really.
Mhm.
It's a lot more science than fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
also don't think it's as much action based.
yeah, exactly.
like-
Which is why I'm not a huge fan of the recent Star Trek movies in the first
Because
place.
they're just
Because
action
they're
Star
like
Wars
action
movies.
movies
So,
with like
what-
some with
what-
the Enterprise in it.
What you're trying to say is you want your action dialed as far back as William Shatner throwing a rock at that lizard
I
man.
want William Shatner in the new Star Trek.
Yeah. that would
He's
probably-
never gonna be in them.
No, never, because he's old now. No, like, oh, we don't want to
So before we get
Giant introduction.
what John and I have been talking about the last 3 weeks we've been on the podcast together.
Oh, Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Yeah. No, we're gonna go to TV news. Game of Thrones. Sophie Turner says that the final season won't hit HBO until late 2019.
Yeah, we already knew this.
Yeah, it was gonna be.
So-
We all knew it was gonna
It'll
be.
still
so
hit
bad.
before
Yeah.
the book hits, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
CBS.
Well, it's not even going to be the same as the
I've
book.
literally been
probably.
writing that book for half my life.
Yeah.
CBS
I had time
orders
to
a
grow
Twilight
up and
revival
read the other four.
from Jordan Peele, the guy who did Get Out,
Whatever.
and amidst
I don't think Twilight should get a revival.
Twilight Zone.
Oh, it's Twilight Zone.
Yeah, Twilight
I
Zone.
didn't hear you
Okay.
say Zone.
Twilight Zone.
Well, I stand by my statement that I don't think Twilight should get a revival.
Agreed.
But Twilight Zone, that sounds pretty cool.
I just can't wait for more like black scares in that Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Is it gonna be black and white?
It could be black versus
scares.
white.
Yeah, you
wrong
say
with you?
black
You
scares, and
have
I'm just
to,
like,
yeah.
a black man. He's gonna rob me.
Oh my god.
Okay, so this is where we're gonna get into some John and Kian talk philosophicalness of Hollywood.
Oh man.
Of its earlier
Welcome to the Rochambeau Sexual Innuendo Minute.
sexual assault minute.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
whatever. I just wanted it to rhyme.
So, amidst earlier reports, Jeffrey Tambor, star of Transparent, being accused of sexual harassment, no decision has been made for his return to the show.
Nice.
That's not the part we're talking about.
No.
Netflix has opted to fire embattled The Ranch star Danny Masterton following a series of rape allegations.
Rap
Ma-
allegations.
rape allegations
biased.
I know that fucker was rapping.
Your song sucks. You're not
against
supposed to.
against him.
Sound clip.
So I am gonna.
He's a convicted rapist.
His
so-
spit flame and mad game.
That was
So here
bad.
we're gonna talk about this, and we're gonna have there's a lot. This story is actually more intricate than like just him being fired, because he was actually the suit. One of the suits was charged in 2004.
It has been going on for a long time.
Yeah, in 2004, and it looks like the law enforcement got paid off for
Well,
that first one by the Church of Scientology.
A lot of times, somebody gets paid off in these cases.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you, it makes you look guilty. Even if you're not, and you pay somebody off,
Right.
everybody's gonna
Assume you're
But-
guilty.
Yeah.
But, like-
assume and accuse you of being guilty.
I'm only bringing this up because one of my
And you're probably guilty if you paid
Yeah,
somebody
one of my friends posted this article, like just ranting about how like this is wrong. All these people are money hungry bitches. It's the same thing they did to Donald Trump, and look, he's not a rapist.
He admitted he was a sexual offender.
That's
At
what
the
I'm-
very least.
That's what I'm trying to say. But this guy was like defending like Danny Masterson, and I'm like, man, like if there's a court case and like some of the LAPD that took the case, like read the report, like that dude was guilty, but for some reason he got off because they paid it off. I'm like, that's a little fucked up. That's where I'm going with this. Like,
Well, I mean, of course it's fucked up. Any
Yeah.
police officer that accepts bribe money is breaking the law. So,
right. I don't know. Like, I'm sad because, like, you know, like John said, 2017, you hate everyone, every actor you liked is dead to you. So it's just kind of like,
It's really gonna be an interesting year, 2018. Kind of looking
What will
forward
they
to it.
do next?
Yeah.
I can't wait till we do our best of 2017, best and
I
worst
mean,
of 2017 episode.
2018, you're dead to everyone you like.
If you're looking for a high point on anything that's going on right now, by the time that this whole like sexual allegation coming forward
Roy
stuff,
Moore will be in the Senate.
finishes and comes forward, your chances of getting a career in acting are probably going to go up astronomically.
Yeah.
Gil's voice acting dream.
It might actually happen.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm happy for you,
I
but
mean, no, the time for Gil to go
I
would have
mean-
been like a year ago when they were on strike.
yeah, that's true too.
I mean, I don't know whether to feel good about your comment or hurt.
I mean,
You do Yoshi well in
Take it however
Kermit,
you
so I
want.
mean, like,
Yeah, you do Kermit.
they already have people, so you gotta, like, change up your variety.
Or
here.
start killing
Well,
people.
I mean, he's already. They've got to find a new Kermit because he's been accused of sexually assaulting Kermit as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you saw that.
No, and, like, it's really, it's rough. It's fucking rough to, like, it's because Bryan Singer just got fucking dinged on this for sexually assaulting, like, a
The
teenager.
X-Men dude.
The X-Men dude. But another thing that I wanted to bring out is that, like, everybody was mad at Johnny Depp for, like, and he did assault his ex-wife Amber Heard, and they're like, he shouldn't be in movies. I'm like, I don't know what to think. I didn't really like
It
Johnny
hasn't been brought to court that was an actual assault.
Okay.
I mean,
Insert here.
by terms of what domestic abuse is, it was a domestic assault.
Right.
Because he's yelling at her, he's screaming at her, he's cussing her out, he's
Okay.
throwing dishes around and slamming doors and stuff like that. And by definition, that fits under, like, emotional abuse.
Right.
So it's technically like a domestic abuse case, but there hasn't been any sort of, like, proven assault. And I'm not saying Johnny Depp didn't do anything wrong, but it is a really weird case, too, because Amber Heard is also...
in the wrong.
Well, she's... In the video that she provided as, like, evidence or whatever, she's easily seen as egging him on, which that doesn't make you innocent either.
Right.
And she is also previously, has been previously accused of, like, straight up abusing some of the people that she's been in relationships with. And Johnny Depp's exes, the majority of them have all come forward and said, yeah, he's got a temper, he's never hurt any of us before. So...
No, that's very understandable.
It's kind of a weird case. It's one of those things where you're probably going to have to wait to see what happens in court,
Yeah.
and then you're probably still going to have to make a decision for yourself after that.
So before we go off, we're just gonna say, don't rape anyone,
Ooh.
don't pay off anyone, and don't throw dishes and get mad. So,
Well, I
The
mean,
last one's a very strong.
yeah, I feel like the last one. You if you live alone, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can get mad and throw dishes. You paid for those dishes.
okay, fine.
If you
have-
clean it up
if you have a
afterwards.
significant other,
I mean, if you live with yourself,
Yeah,
you
if
are
you have a
probably going to be
significant
forced to
other,
clean it up
don't do
eventually.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna have a hard time
Just
not
get
raping.
plastic dishes and you'll be fine.
yeah, just get
You might want to say that's not
paper
true.
plates.
But that
When you have a
doesn't
microphone
feel-
there, okay, so I should take that off.
Microphone, that's not true.
And when you're really angry, just throw the paper plates. You probably won't be angry for very long.
You just be disappointed.
Yeah,
you just be like,
exactly.
ah!
If
it's
anything,
just-
I'd get angrier and be like, son of a bitch, you didn't even shatter.
Keep throwing more paper plates. than
What's
they
our
actually
next
do.
thing then?
that was it.
Oh, we're done already? Do you have any questions or
Damn.
whatever?
No,
Wow,
this
that
week.
was quick.
It
Let's
was-
make
it
up
was
our
almost
own
an
for-
hour. What are you talking about?
Let's
we were
make up
talking
our
about.
own
Yeah,
question.
no,
It's
you-
like an hour and
You
40
went pretty.
minutes.
You went pretty long on that whole mist show. Though.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I did.
It was like a
didn't I?
bit of a
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, that
He
was like a
stuck his
whole
hand
20
in
minutes
me.
ago.
Yeah.
It was like a full 20 minutes,
Yeah.
John.
So that's been the podcast. We will be back a lot next week, and we're gonna have a Christmas party the 23rd. If any people
Ooh.
want to.
I'm probably
You
going to have
douche.
to work.
That's my birthday.
Yeah. Really?
Wow, you're
23rd
Jesus.
is my birthday.
Oh,
wow,
sweet.
his is like
The next day.
4th, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually
Sweet.
Jesus.
Wow. I actually, guys, have to get you 2 legitimate presents instead of just pants.
Fucking Jesus was born in July.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
not my Jesus.
All right. So thanks, guys, for listening.
Not my
Believe
white
that.
superior
Jesus.
Jesus.
Oh my
I only
God.
believe
Please
in
end
white
it.
Jesus,
Please
the
end it.
right Jesus.
So have a good night.